Hello nerds, welcome back to an episode of WNN, your source for the music and music production news. We got quite a few things to catch up on today, new plugins, new synthesizers, and more. Before we get started, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new here. Hoping to get to 100,000 subscribers by tomorrow. Thank you. In our first story, you can now get the FOCUSRITE Scarlett 2i2 in blue.
Holy shit.
Basically, FOCUSRITE is celebrating 40 years by releasing the 2i2 in blue. Now, I gotta say, that thing is fucking gorgeous. Always jokes to make about the Scarlett interface, but definitely one of the most iconic interfaces in music production and audio engineering, at least in terms of being a starting point. Is it the best for the money? Is it iconic though? Yes. Definitely not the best picture of the founder. Looks like he smoked a couple too many before this. So this particular version of the 2i2 is an extra $10. One thing that is very odd though is there's no longer a combo input. So you can no longer use XLR on it. Why did they do that? I have no idea. I'm not gonna lie though, for the way it looks, I might be willing to take that sacrifice. I rarely ever use my Scarlett anymore, but I might start using it again if I were to buy one of these. The 4th generation preamps are apparently ultra low noise and high detail, with a gain range up to 69 decibels, features high-Z instrument and line inputs, ADAT, SPDIF, and MIDI. It has up to 122 decibels of dynamic range. There's also an auto gain feature. There's a clip safe feature, which automatically adjusts the gain if you're at risk of clipping, protecting your audio from unwanted distortion by monitoring your levels up to 96,000 times a second. Wow, that's pretty awesome for an entry-level interface. Apparently, there is now a custom-designed headphone amp for it, stating that it is the best playback you've ever heard from a Scarlett interface, driving high-impedance headphones louder and clearer than ever before. Built to last. Say what you want about the FOCUSRITE Scarlett, but there is one thing that is true. That thing is built like a tank. Every time I get angry, I decide to throw mine around. I like to beat it with my microphone sometimes, as you can tell, on both sides. It comes with a bunch of software here too. None of it looks too amazing. You know, we got Massive. Couldn't be fucked to give you Massive X. Instead, you get Massive, the original. If you're interested in getting this interface, I actually have a Toman affiliate link down in the description. A great way to support the channel at no extra cost to you. I will forgive you for using AdBlock. In our next story, UVI has released a plugin known as Augmented Choirs. I can't tell you how many companies have released an augmented insert whatever instrument name. Usually augmented plugins are a combination between synthesis and a real instrument. So in this case here, it's a combination of choirs and synthesizers layered together. They state they have 500 unique and grandiose sources from hundreds of vocalists. Blend real choirs with hybrid and synthetic textures, 800 handcrafted presets powered by a creative 4-layer engine. From classical choirs to hybrid textures. The question is, are we going to have something coming out eventually about UVI breaking child labor laws? Actually, you know what? It's fine. You just don't pay the kids. You don't pay the kids and then they're not working for you. Then we're all good here. It was volunteer work. Volunteer work. Recorded over 6 years in legendary halls and intimate studios around the world, it captures the nuance, power, and humanity of hundreds of vocalists. It captures the nuance, power, and humanity of hundreds of vocalists, and then opens the door to bold new sonic possibilities, from delicate whispers to epic tutti chords. Augmented Choirs lets you bring vocal emotion into any genre in ways both familiar and entirely new. Let's listen to what this sounds like. I mean, it sounds nice, sounds good, sounds real. That's hard. No, it's pretty good, it's pretty good. Definitely could be useful if you're trying to create a cinematic sound, or maybe if you're scoring something. I could see this being useful in other genres as well. Definitely if you're trying to bring like that atmospheric, deep sort of sound. Designed by experts. Thank God, I wasn't sure. You know, I thought it was designed by children based on the picture in the beginning here. So if you're interested in this, it is 20 gigs and you can get it for $99. Currently on sale until October 12th, at which point it'll be $199 after that. This video is sponsored by you guys. If you want to help support the channel and help keep it running, consider buying something via the affiliate links in the description or joining my Patreon or becoming a channel member. You get access to exclusive content, outtakes, and other goodies. Sorry, I have to get off a quick shill here, guys. YouTube AdSense doesn't pay what it used to. You know what? It actually never paid that well. What am I saying? Today in AI news, we have a new plugin known as Mega Ass. Sorry, that says Mega Mass. Now let's find out, is it Mega Mass or is it Mega Ass? So this is an AI-assisted drum designer, a drum processor that makes your kicks hit hard and sit perfectly. It'll add instant weight, punch, and depth so they cut through the mix without hours of tweaking. Okay, listen. If you're spending hours tweaking your kick drum, you need to fucking retire, all right? It has never been easier to get a kick sounding good in the mix. Use a plugin like Knock. Use a clipper. Use compression. Use EQ. If it takes you hours to work with those things, you're cooked, bro. Either that or you just started. If you just started, give up, all right? It's too late. You're way too late to the game. That's a joke, okay? Don't actually give up. I'm definitely really curious how this works, because if it's not analyzing the song and then determining how to mix the kick drum based off of that, then this thing is garbage. That's the only way this thing could be decent. Apparently we have some high quality reviews here from David Arkenstone, who is known from World of Warcraft. I'm guessing he wasn't in the game. He looks like someone that might have been in the game though. So as I'm scrolling down this website, it seems like they're not explaining very well how it works. Okay, weak buried kicks can kill the energy of your track. Mega Ass makes them hit hard and cut through instantly, adding control, drive, density, and low end presence with just a few quick tweaks. So I'm a little confused here on how this is like AI assisted. What is the AI actually doing if you have to like press the knobs yourself? Jesus, Emma. Okay, it literally says ass stomper right there. Ass stomper. So basically in the second section here, they're saying the same thing again. Weak buried kick, kill the energy of your track. Lifeless drums making your mixes sound small? Not with Mega Ass. Mega Ass gives your kicks a huge spatial character in seconds with 4 city-inspired color modes. What? And precise control over tone, width, and space. It lets you shape your atmosphere and stereo image with ease. Don't know if you really need to shape your stereo image very much with kicks. There's not really much talk about the AI assistance, which to me is like one of the sort of appealing parts here, or it should be, because that's what would make it different. But conveniently, they have not talked about that pretty much at all. That's kind of weird. Let's watch the video. Maybe they have some information there that they left out. One thing they already did that's kind of weird here, if you're going to be twisting the knobs in a video that's supposed to be like an ad for a plugin, you should have it actually changing the sound when you're twisting the knobs, you know? Let us hear what it actually does. They're twisting the main knob here and nothing changes with the kick.
As a producer, drums, especially kicks, always needed the most attention.
I mean, I feel like processing a kick these days is not really that difficult. Just do some clipping, some soft clipping, maybe some hard clipping. The biggest thing to do is to try to pick a kick that works really well to begin with. You know, you shouldn't be spending a long time processing your kick. If you are, you either don't have very many drum samples and you should get more or access to more, or you just don't know what you're doing. Maybe you've been watching a little too much busy tutorials. Maybe watch a little bit of something else.
And when I ran out of ideas, I just used the AI analyzer. Mega Mass listens to my drums and builds a complete setup with EQ, saturation, stereo width, tempo synced reverbs, so I can stay in my creative flow.
So it seems like it doesn't actually analyze your song. Am I misunderstanding this? How is it supposed to know what to do in terms of what'll work with the mix? If it's not analyzing the entire song and deciding how to make the kick fit in the mix, then I don't see how this is like useful at all. Like you might as well just be hitting random at that point.
So for me, Mega Mass was the missing piece. And if you ever struggled with the same problems,
okay, that's ridiculous, because you could definitely like do this for free yourself. Like you could straight up just make an Ableton rack or an FL Studio patcher device that's literally just got like what? Clipping, reverb, compression, stereo imaging. Like to act like this is the missing piece or something is crazy. Another thing I'm always suspicious about with plugins kind of like this is when they rename whatever the effect's doing to kind of obfuscate what it actually is, you know? Instead of writing like saturation or clipping, you change it to mass. It's like you're trying to hide from people the fact that these are all basic effects that they can get in their DAW. I don't know. Not saying the plugin's bad. I just don't know if I see the value in it. I don't know if it's worth, what is it, $40 or whatever. I mean, maybe it is. I don't know. It's kind of hard. They didn't really do a very good job selling it, in my opinion. Kind of repeated themselves a lot. and didn't really talk about one of the most interesting things here, which is the AI analysis. But the fact that it doesn't actually analyze the song that it's placing it in kind of ruins it. Now, I could be wrong about that, but if I am wrong about that, it's literally because they did not state this information on their website. So that would be, I mean, that's kind of their fault. Anyways, if you're interested in this plugin, it'll be linked down in the description. And our next story, we have another AI-powered plugin, but this one actually seems like it may be good. I'm not against AI in general. I am against generative AI, especially when it's unethically trained. Now, using AI to like save time, though, I'm a bit of a fan of that sometimes. So let's see if that's the case here. Project Bias X, the AI-powered guitar tone creation platform. I don't know if AI helped them design this website, but it did not tell them. There's definitely a legibility issue here. Okay, with this plugin, you can describe the tone you're after and Bias X will bring it to life. You can upload any song or guitar track. Bias X recreates the guitar tone. You can try creative prompts like Sunset over Saturn and hear them come to life. You can also utilize AI for quick refinements. So you can ask for more bite, less fuzz. AI amps and effects built with agentic AI. Bias X captures the sound and response of legendary amps and effects. Standalone or plugin, every tone sits perfectly in your mix. So my thoughts already here. I'll be surprised if this works really well. This one's definitely more of a gray area, because uploading a song in order to recreate the guitar tone, that's like so close to crossing the line. I guess that you're only taking the guitar tone isn't really a big deal. As long as you're not taking more than that, that's like right at the line. I feel like we're approaching the line and we're right about to cross it. If you do anything more, then you're crossing the line. Like this might even be crossing the line for some people, but I guess the reason for me why this wouldn't be crossing the line is because this is kind of utilizing it as a tool to like analyze the tone and then copy the tone. I seriously doubt it's going to do that good of a job, but let's see here. So it's got a bunch of amps here, as you can see. Apparently it's got some pretty good reviews by Music Radar, Guitar.com, and Guitar World. So to me, this is all meaningless until I actually see it work and work well. Because I've seen plugins like this before that were complete dog shit. Like you'll ask it to do something basic and it's not even able to do that. I mean, the fact that Music Radar gave it what seems to be a decent review here, they at least, I mean, for all I know, they took that out of context. Okay, this is kind of the same thing as that other video earlier. Like they're like showcasing what you can do with it, and then you do the thing and it doesn't change shit. I mean, bro, at least for me, they're not doing anything to convince me that this isn't a scam or that it functions well. That's kind of what I'm concerned about. It's not even that I think it could be a scam. I'm just concerned about how well this functions, and they're not doing much to sell me on that. At least for me, because I've seen so many plugins like this that were a scam, essentially. I just want to see it working. I want to see someone type in something. I want to see what the results are. I want to see that happen at least 5 to 10 times.
Heavy fuzz rhythm tone reminiscent of 90s alternative rock. Now, as soon as you've entered your prompt, Bias X starts dialing in a tone. Once it makes a decision, it'll provide a breakdown of the gear and settings it's choosing for you, so you can see the thought process behind the patch.
So that's actually pretty cool. It at least tells you what it does and why it does it. So this may actually be legit.
It's a decision, it'll provide a breakdown of the gear and settings it's choosing for you, so you can see the thought process behind the patch. And once it's done, you can click the link to try out the new preset. So let's follow up our original prompt with some suggestions. Make this into a lower gain tone with scooped mids, less drive, some movement, and a touch of echo.
So far, it seems decent. I don't really want to dive into this anymore, but if you're curious about this, it costs $149. Yeah, pretty expensive, but hey, I mean, this could be useful. This could be useful. I mean, I don't know if I personally utilize guitar enough to justify this. If you're interested in this plugin, there will be a link to get it down in the description. Sadly, I do not think there is a trial. There definitely should be. I don't want to say it's sketchy, but you're really kind of trusting them here with this. While it did seem decent in the video, you know, those could just be the best of the best, right? It could also be good. I don't really know. That's kind of what I'm getting at here. You kind of just don't really know. You're gonna have to just take a chance if you want this or not. In our last story here, we'll be talking about a new synthesizer. I'm going to save the rest of these stories for the next video because there are way too many stories to cover all in one video right now. Otherwise, this video will be like 2 hours long. This is UDO Audio's DMNO. Big fan of letters, apparently. It's a 2-in-1 hybrid synthesizer with Oberheim influences. It's an 8-voice, 2-part multi-timbral powerhouse with a highly flexible and dynamic signal architecture, featuring 2 independent 4-voice analog hybrid synths, each equipped with our new dynamic multi-core stereo voltage-controlled filter. I'm assuming it's DMNO. That's gotta be DMNO, right? DMNO unlocks dynamic interactions between the 2 timbres at the touch of a single control, while its flexible analog and digital audio connectivity makes it a truly expansive and immediate sound design sandbox. So they are stating that it merges their champion hybrid sound with a cutting-edge playful and performative control architecture, with dual hybrid binaural synth engines and an entirely new per-voice dynamic multi-core stereo filter. It has 8 carefully curated modes that define how the 2 timbres interact, with traditional splits and layers sitting alongside novel, creative, and unexpected configurations. It's got a bunch of connectivity options, including analog audio input, with a preamp, gate generator, envelope follower, CV and gate connections, and a 24-bit USB class-compliant digital audio interface. So the play modes part is what seems interesting here. So single, play only 1 DMNO. 2, you'll play both DMNOs simultaneously. Split keyboard into DMNOs 1 and 2. 1 and 2, first key press is DMNO 1 following our DMNO 2. Alternate between DMNO 1 and 2, random DMNO and curated note randomization. Interesting. DMNO 1 audio output is used as a complex oscillator and routed into DMNO 2 oscillator mixer. So this actually seems very interesting and very different from other synthesizers. This series thing is probably the most interesting part I've seen, but it seems like they're doing something kind of different here. I like it. Giving some teenage engineering vibes with this here. It's got a multi-mode arpeggiator with smart hold, 44 key keybed with aftertouch. It also has a 64-step sequencer. Sorry, I had it on the wrong background there. So it is currently not available yet. It will be available early in 2026 at the price of $3,500. Wow. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like button, subscribe if you're new here, and consider watching this playlist here that features other music production news videos, going from newest to oldest, so you can catch up on anything you missed recently. I'll see you guys next time.